From shepherd boy to legendary king, what if I told you the story of David is more than just a giant-slain legend? What if it's a raw, unfiltered look at power, faith, failure, and what it truly means to be human? Let's uncover the real David, beyond the Sunday school stories. Before the crown, before the battles, David was just a young shepherd, the youngest of his brothers, often overlooked. But while he was out in the fields, tending sheep, he was also honing his skills with a sling and cultivating a deep, unshakable faith. This wasn't just any kid. This was a future king in training, chosen by God when everyone else, even the prophet Samuel, was looking at his bigger, stronger brothers. His famous showdown with Goliath wasn't just about bravery. It was a public declaration of his trust in a power far greater than any giant. This single act catapulted him from obscurity into the national spotlight and into the royal court of King Saul. But his rising popularity came at a cost. King Saul, once a mentor, became consumed by a dark jealousy, and David was forced to become a fugitive, running for his life. For years, he lived in caves and deserts, gathering a band of loyal followers. These weren't easy years. They were a time of immense struggle and testing. Yet even when he had the chance to take Saul's life and end his suffering, David refused. He respected the sanctity of God's anointed king, showing a level of integrity and patience that would define his future reign. This period in the wilderness forged his character, preparing him for the immense responsibility of the throne that awaited him. Finally, after Saul's tragic death, David's time arrived. He was first anointed king over his own tribe of Judah, and later, through his wisdom and strength, he united all 12 tribes of Israel into a single, powerful nation. One of his first and most brilliant moves was conquering the fortress of Jerusalem. It was a neutral city, not belonging to any single tribe, and he cleverly established it as his capital. This masterstroke created a central point of political and religious unity for the entire kingdom. Jerusalem became known as the City of David, the heart of Israel, a symbol of the nation's newfound strength and identity under its new king. With a unified kingdom and a strategic capital, King David embarked on a series of military campaigns that would expand Israel's borders and secure its safety. He defeated the nation's long-standing enemies, like the Philistines, once and for all. His military genius and leadership were undeniable, bringing an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity. But David wasn't just a warrior king. He was a king with a deep spiritual focus. He brought the Ark of the Covenant, the symbol of God's presence, into Jerusalem with exuberant celebration, dancing with all his might. He had a passion for worship, and he composed many of the psalms we still read today, poems and songs of praise, lament, and unwavering trust in God. However, the story of David would be incomplete and dishonest if we ignored his dark side. At the height of his power, David committed a terrible sin. He had an affair with Bathsheba, the wife of one of his most loyal soldiers, Uriah. To cover it up, he arranged for Uriah to be killed in battle. It's a shocking and brutal part of his story. When confronted by the prophet Nathan, David didn't make excuses. He was utterly broken, and his repentance was deep and genuine. His life from that point on was marked by struggle and heartache, much of it stemming from the consequences of his actions. This shows us that no one is above temptation, and even the greatest heroes have profound moral failings. David's story isn't a fairy tale. It's a real-life account of a man who soared to incredible heights and felt at devastating lows, yet always found his way back to God. His legacy is one of strength, faith, and the powerful, messy reality of redemption. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history's most compelling figures. See you next time.